just dropped off my kids at their very first day of school in Sweden. Well, they'll be learning all sorts of things, such as the Swedish lifestyle. But what is the Swedish lifestyle? I need to learn about that. I'm having a nice Swedish fika, as one does, about 1,000 times per day because it's Sweden. And I'm reading this article, The Swedish Lifestyle, Equality, Sustainability, and Lagom. Now, lagom is a cool word in Swedish that means just right or just enough. It's this concept of not too much, not too little, but lagom. It's very nice. This is what my kids must be learning about in school. The Swedish lifestyle and these 3 pillars of it. Equality, sustainability, and lagom. I need to learn about these. But first, fika. I want to talk about this advertisement in the metro. Let's talk about the first pillar of the Swedish lifestyle, equality. Now, of course, I could just say like equality is everywhere in Sweden, and they're just trying to make the society more equitable, and everyone's equal, same rights, yada yada yada. That's all true, and everyone's getting better every day, whatever. But I kind of want to look at this from a linguistic standpoint, because there's something kind of interesting happening in the Swedish language with this. So, language, just generally, historically, is kind of limiting to how we perceive and identify ourselves. Language embedded inside of it has a binary classification system, which leads to a binary way of thinking. Look at pronouns, for example. Pronouns have an embedded meaning, perception, even stereotype, just kind of built into them. Now, in our modern day, if we want to deprogram these traditional roles and stereotypes associated with language and specifically pronouns, you got to change your language. So, the Swedes did something interesting. Let's do a Swedish language lesson, just a small one. The Swedish pronoun for he is han. The Swedish pronoun for she is hon. Now, that's just he and she, and that's a binary way of thinking. But to be more equitable, more inclusive, and less judgmental, really, the Swedes made a new pronoun, a third one, hen. And this one's gender neutral. So it's not making any assumptions of how you identify, and when you use this one, you're not presenting any certain way or another of how you identify. You don't have to have a binary way of thinking, because the language allows that. That's really cool. So what's interesting about that advertisement I saw in the subway, it's an advertisement for the military here in Sweden, and it says, "We will fight to the last hen," meaning the last she, or gender neutral pronoun. I don't even know, that doesn't exist in English. The last they, we would say. See, language is troublesome. So we would fight to the last day. And that says a lot just in that sentence. It means, come and join the military where you're welcome. It's an inclusive environment. It's specifically using a piece of language that's unique to Swedish. And that is not just a military advertisement thing. That's common across all parts of Swedish society. And that's really cool. Sustainability. Pillar number 2 of the Swedish lifestyle. Now, Swedishness is basically synonymous with sustainability. And it goes really deep in the Swedish culture. But perhaps the easiest way to express that and to show you is with garbage. And not just garbage, but the Swedes' obsession with garbage.
Tack för att du slänger ditt skräp här.
Because the Swedes love to recycle. They also love these talking garbage cans. It's kind of weird. Okay. It's lunchtime. This is a nice Swedish lunch. This is some knäckebröd. It's bread that's just super thin and hard, with some sliced Swedish meatballs on top, and some red beet salad with some fresh strawberries on the side. But as much as the Swedes love their meatballs, their knäckebröd, red beet salad, and strawberries, which is quite a lot, might I add, they love even more to recycle. It's true. Recycling isn't just something they do here, isn't just something that you learn to do. It's like a religious practice. It's ubiquitous. Everyone recycles everything. It's everywhere, every park, every city. Anywhere you go, you can expect to have separate bins to all the different types of trash that you have. Only about 1% of household trash makes it into landfills in Sweden because they recycle most of it. They use, and what they can't recycle, they'll burn for energy to make hot water, and then they heat their homes that way. It's crazy. I even remember a headline a couple years ago that Sweden had used up all their trash and recycling, and they needed more, so they started buying Norway's trash so that they could recycle it, burn it, do all the things that they do with it. Kind of crazy, huh? That's just society here. And honestly, this was one of the things that we were really looking forward to moving to Sweden. Because when we were in Utah, recycling is so-so depending on where you live. And we lived in Salt Lake City where it had very robust recycling facilities. But you still couldn't recycle glass that easily, or electronics, or batteries. Here, all that is just standard. You don't hope that wherever you're living or the restaurant you're at has that type of recycling. You expect it. You actually don't even think about it, which is even better. You just do it. So to be specific, about 50% of your household trash gets recycled, 49% of your household trash gets incinerated to produce energy, and 1% ends up in the landfill. Not too shabby. Here are the 3 commandments of recycling in Sweden. Thou shalt have plastic recycling, cardboard and paper recycling, and pant. Pant is a wonderful system that incentivizes you to keep all your bottles and return them for money. Everyone recycles in Sweden. This is the way. Hey kids, should we go turn in this pant and then get ice cream with it?
You do it.
You don't want to come get ice cream?
Yes, I do.
We get free ice cream. And you want free ice cream?
Yes.
Let's go. It's supposed to go in the magic machine. There we go. Oh.
How much money did we get?
We got 44 crowns. That's like $4.40. That's just enough for 2 ice creams, I think. Hockey pulver? Hockey powder. Oh, yes. Salt licorice ice cream. Hot take, this is the best ice cream in the world. Let's take the other 2. Our first stop is household waste and compost. You take your bag full of stuff, put it through that little hole, and it goes away to live a better life. Next up is Garbage-topia. This is Garbage-topia, where all dreams come true, and, well, rather, materials can get reused and live a second life, or third, or fourth, or fifth life. But this is kind of amazing. So you have bulky waste here, newspapers and paper, plastic packaging, you even have small electronics, like batteries, for example. And then you have paper packaging. And then afterwards, there's a sign that says, "Thank you for taking care of your trash." Because the Swedes love you for taking care of your trash. Everyone does their part. It's just the way the society should work. The concept of Lagom, or just enough, is everywhere in Sweden. And it influences everything from how you grocery shop to your workplace culture and everything in between. However, when I think of Lagom, or just enough, I actually think of the Swedish liquor store. The Swedish liquor store system deserves its own video. It's a very special thing. But for today, I want to show you how Lagom is present inside of these liquor stores. And to do that, I'm going to use my glasses camera. It'll just make things a little easier, and I'll show you why. Alright, so let's go into the Swedish liquor store, Systembolaget. So you might first notice when you get in here, everything is super clean and organized and easy to get around, unlike other liquor stores, especially where I come from in the US, where they're just kind of dirty and disorganized and everything shows up in cardboard boxes. Look how fancy this is. These are the signs I want to show you inside of the liquor store. And it says, alcohol isn't like other products. And if we go to the second sign here, it says, and that's what we sell with responsibility, and try not to entice you to buy more than what you wanted. Basically, Lagom, deeply embedded inside of the liquor store, as it should be, because alcohol isn't like other products. So Swedish. So that's the Swedish lifestyle: equality, sustainability, and Lagom.